So in this video series, we'll talk about a very standard problem that you will come across while designing software. You may need to use some database for your system. We'll see how we can decide which database to use. The first video of the series will talk about the criteria that can be used to make the decision. So are there any prerequisites for this? There are no prerequisites for this, but you must be able to understand what databases are, why are they needed. In short, a basic concept of database in your software designing terms. Where is this useful? This will be useful when you are working on a system that needs a database in real life or in interview questions. This also gets asked very frequently in interview questions, directly or indirectly. Directly, they may ask you what database will you choose for a particular type of data. Indirectly, they'll give you a question like you have to design a Twitter timeline, and in this scenario you have to choose a particular database. You should be able to give a proper justification why you choose that particular database. So next is what you will gain from this. Understanding databases and which one to use will save you from a lot of trouble. You will be able to design better softwares. Better softwares means your softwares will be extensible and more reliable in long terms. Your system will be more reliable, performant and consistent. It depends on your use case which one you prefer the most. Either you want reliability or consistency or availability. It's on your choice, and it comes back to the CAP theorem that we'll discuss later. Databases are major part of any large scale system. Understanding them in depth will save you from lot of trouble. It has its own advantages in designing. Let us take a look at some basic types of databases. It is not restricted to these but can be divided more. We have relational and non-relational databases, relational like MySQLs. We have special databases, columnar databases that are used for analytical purposes like Cassandra. We have document stores like MongoDB. We have object stores like S3, and then we have caches like Redis. Moving on, let's see the criteria on which our decisions will be based. We have the nature of data, the nature of traffic, and the latency as criteria to choose. We'll see what these are and how they can impact your decision while choosing a particular database. So next, what is nature of data? Nature of data means the classification of data, like is the data relational or non-relational, is it key value pair, documents, or is it an object. It depends on the type of data, and based on that you make a decision on how to save it. You don't want to save objects in MySQL. Instead you will upload it in S3 and save the reference in SQL. Similarly, you don't want your relational data to end up in objects or files or documents. MySQL is the best choice for the relational database. Nature of traffic. We are dividing our traffic in two ways here. Is our traffic read intensive or write intensive? With read intensive, it means that our database is capable of handling more reads than writes. And with the write intensive, it means our database can support more writes with respect to reads. You need to keep this in mind while deciding what database to use. Next come latency. If you want a low latency system, you need to use databases which are in memory, as the disk access time is saved and thus low latency in response. Caches are great example of such databases, but when you keep data in memory, you have to be aware of the consequences, like it may get lost on a system reboots. To solve this problem, you can use databases which does regular backup like Redis does on the disk. In terms of databases, this is also known as persistence. This regularly persists your data on disk, and thus it can be retrieved back if your system is rebooted. CAP theorem is something that you need to know while making this decision. CAP stands for consistency, availability, and partitioning. You can only choose to have two out of these three. We'll talk about CAP theorem in depth in next videos, and also see why CAP should be CA in current microservices based architecture. There will be lot of systems that you will design where you have to save data. Next time you are choosing a database in real life use case or for an interview, keep these criteria in mind. Understanding the very nature of data itself is a very complex task. If you are stuck with the wrong databases, it will cause you a lot of trouble. Databases are something which is stateful, and data models change as per your choice of database. So it is really hard to migrate from one database to another. Choosing the right database will save you from lot of such troubles. So this was the first video in the series, which database to use. In this video, we talked about different criteria that can be used to make decisions on any particular database. In our next videos, we will talk in depth about CAP theorem, different types of databases, and learn how to make these classifications. If you like the video, please share and subscribe to the channel and leave a like. See you in the next video.